is the fusion factor.
Hi, my name is Beth Hartt, and today we're going to go over a brief overview of the attributes for AC after collapse. The individual attributes, there are several of them. There's upper body strength, lower body strength, hardiness, vigor, manual dexterity, agility, attractiveness, which is subdivided down into charm and seduction, reason, which has elements called creativity and empathy, and will, which relates to grit. The individual attributes, when they're generated, are based on age. You get to roll 1d6 or one six-sided die for each 6 years of age the character has. The maximum age of a starting character is 30. The minimum age should be somewhere between 12 and 18 because the system, again, is based on 6-year increments of age, so either one works. For a newly developed character, the general average attribute score is going to be somewhere between 12 and 18, again, depending on the age of the character and the number of dice that you rolled. The maximum number of dice that you roll starting out would be 5 for a maximum age of 30. The maximum human level is generally 30. So a high-end person would have a score of 28 to 30. Upper body strength is the first of the attributes we'll discuss. It's what most people would think of as the brawn of most characters. It's the lifting strength of the arms and upper body. Lower body strength is the strength held in the lower half of the body, what carries you, what allows you to jump, kick, run, etc. Hardiness is your capacity for taking physical damage. It's your resistance to damage. Vigor, on the other hand, is your stamina. It's what allows you to continue functioning even when you're at a low level of physical health. Your tiredness or your energy level. Manual dexterity is the use of your hands or other similar appendages to manipulate things. It's your capacity to use things that require fine motor skills. Agility, on the other hand, is more related to your grace, your dexterity, your ability to do gross motor movements in a way that you command your body to do. Attractiveness is your physical appearance, how you look to others of your species, race, etc. It's subdivided into 2 categories. The first is charm, which is your ability to appeal to others, whether they are of your own group or of someone outside of your group. Seduction, on the other hand, is sexual attractiveness as opposed to generic friendliness. Reason is your ability to think, to puzzle out things, to determine how things work, how they function, what they do, that kind of thing. Creativity and empathy are related but are not exactly reason. They are your ability to come up with an original idea is creativity, and your empathy is your ability to show caring for others, your ability to relate to others. Finally, you have willpower. Willpower is your ability to remain steadfast in the face of adverse circumstances. Grit is a bonus that is based upon your willpower. It allows you to potentially have a better chance of staying firm in your resolve in a situation where other people might crumble. The hardiness stat is what is the basis for generating what are called hard points. Hard points are your ability to take actual damage, physical harm. They're based on a multiplier of that hardiness stat. To generate them initially, you would roll 1d10 or one 10-sided die and multiply the result of that times your hardiness value. So, for example, a character with a 16 hardiness stat could have anywhere between 16 and 160 hard points. Hard points are most similar to what in many games are called hit points, so you can think of them that way. The vigor stat, similarly, is the basis for generating what are called vigor points. Vigor points are your energy that you have available to spend in various situations. They're generated in pretty much the same way as hard points. You roll one 10-sided die, 1d10, and you multiply that value times your vigor score. So again, a character with a 16 vigor could have anywhere between 16 and 160 vigor points. You could, in theory, be a person that has very few hard points but very high vigor point values. So you could be a weak person, but you could have a lot of energy. And vice versa. You could be a very physically strong person, but you tire very easily. When a character takes damage in a particular scenario, they could, depending on the type of weapon used and the circumstances, take either hard point damage, which is those physical points that are like hit points. They could take vigor point damage, which could wear them out, or they could take some combination of the two. This happens independently of armor. Armor points and the armor system will be discussed later. In many games, you earn what are called experience points for activities that your characters participate in. In this system, we call those character points. Character points, in most sessions, we recommend they not be awarded at more than a rate of 5 or 6 per gaming session. This makes it so that they are something to be earned and characters or players feel like they actually have earned them. Character points can be used for a number of different things, including increasing their stats. You can increase your statistic numbers on a scale of... You can upgrade your statistic numbers by spending the same number of character points as the value of the next level of the stat. So a character trying to go from a 15 hardiness to a 16 hardiness would have to spend 16 character points to do so. On the other hand, you can also raise your vigor points or your hard point values. That is done differently. It's done on a one-to-one basis. So one character point could purchase one vigor point or one hard point. This reflects how a character could start with very low hard point values or vigor point values and be spending a lot of character points to try and up those values to where the character is more survivable. This has just been a brief overview of how character generation works in AC after collapse. If you have questions, we certainly encourage you to check out the basic rules. All of the rules for developing characters are found in that book. In addition, if you have questions or comments, please feel free to contact us at our website, www.shadowfusionbooks.com.
You've been listening to The Fusion Factor, brought to you by Shadow Fusion Books. Find us online at shadowfusionbooks.com.